Hey Bobcats! Welcome to another episode of Here, There, and Everywhere. I'm Leah Ertel, your opinion editor.
And I'm Juliette, your sports editor.
Today we have a very special guest with us. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Lexi Thurman.
There we go. And today we will be talking about how music impacts your life. Let's get right into it. Music is something that has been around since literally the beginning of time. It represents different cultures and connection between people and talent and passion. And honestly, music can be very individual to every person. It has a different meaning and interpretations. And even different music and songs can, like your top favorite 3 songs can even describe a person. And yeah, what about you guys? What's your take on music?
Personally, I listen to music, I think, 24/7. I think there's never a time, well, obviously right now, but I don't think there's ever a time when I'm not listening to music. I think it really helps me focus most of the time, and I need something to vibe to sometimes. It's just like something to keep me calm. And then also, I feel like music has impacted my life a lot. Because my top 3 favorite songs are definitely not what you think they are, and they're just, like, kind of sad. So, yeah, I just think that music can impact a person a huge ton and, like kind of, like, heal, I don't know, something like mental illnesses or whatever. I think it's just very helpful. Yeah.
I completely agree with that because music, consists of different genres from pop to rap to R&B, rhythm and blues. What else am I forgetting?
Rock.
Oh, rock. Oh my god, my favorite.
Yeah.
Rock. And they all
Classic rock.
Yeah, rock. Classic rock. That's like literally my favorite. But they all have honestly different meanings and like the way that a person could connect and relate and just emotional impact. Like Taylor Swift, for example, the way she does. I know she's she just had her Eras tour. She's a good example. From her, just different genres. She does sad. She does happy. She does heartbreak, and you can relate with the artist.
Country.
Oh, country. I forgot that too.
I hate country so much.
Country, it has to be a good song. That's another topic. Argue about if we like country or not. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, music is just because from the musician itself, you build a relationship over a song and the way they say things that you're feeling inside that you can't always seem to express. Music, it just helps you, connect and find your inner peace in a way. And it's funny how when you listen to a song in your different mindset, how when the song's playing, when you're happy and joyful, you listen to the beat and the rhythm and how just upbeat it is. But then when you're actually sad, the lyrics, especially if it's a sad song, connect with you more, and you're actually like, wow, this artist actually has felt the same feelings that I'm feeling before,
Like, you're not alone.
Exactly.
There's multiple people that have the same kind of interactions, I guess.
Yeah, music helps find ways to express your feelings without having to actually express them.
Yeah, and I think when you like a song, like you were saying before, when 2 people like a song and they both relate to it in the same way, that it definitely bonds someone together with another person very well and helps them relate.
Mm-hmm. So now let's get off on that topic and into our top 3 artists and our favorite songs. 3 songs from those artists.
My top 3 favorite artists would, in order, go Stone Temple Pilots, Foo Fighters, and the Beatles. And from the Stone Temple Pilots, I like every song. It's really difficult, but the song I used to be obsessed with, it's called Atlanta, it's very out of the ordinary for them. It's not a rock song. But yeah, that's an amazing song from them. Foo Fighters, when I went and saw them, there was a song called Nothing at All, I believe. And it's never been one of my favorites, but when I heard it there, it was just incredible. I could not explain it. And then the Beatles, my favorite's always been Saw Her Standing There. And yeah,
I love that song. I love that song.
Good one. Beatles are just so classic, Like, they just don't have a bad song.
So real.
So, okay. I would say Taylor Swift, but I'm not a Swiftie. I'm like one of the not diehard fans. I like her because of her music and like her old country, which is great.
And I love her personality too.
Her personality is great. She doesn't have a bad album, honestly. Favorite songs, probably, definitely album Fearless. You know, You Belong With Me. Lover, London Boy. It's a good one. Second, I have to go to my diehard 80s fan, you know, Lexi, Cyndi Lauper, and AC/DC. I love Highway to Hell. I know, that's funny. And Cyndi Lauper, Time After Time. That one is just such a sad song, melancholy song, but it's just so good. And Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Great. And my last one, my top third, would be Alanis Morissette. She is 90s, early 2000s, but she's good. I remember, I have history with her, just like listened to her when I was young. And yeah, so just the way she like yodels in a way. And, she plays a harmonica.
The way she yodels.
The harmonica and stuff. It's just a very unique style. And when you hear her singing, you have no doubt that's her. So,
oh yeah,
and her messages are really good.
That's facts.
Oh, All I Want. That's favorite song by her. No, is that All I Want? No,
All I Want is
that's Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah. I know.
That's not okay.
That's not it.
Taking those two people.
All I want is love that lasts. All I want, too much to ask. Come on, that's a great song.
I think it's a good one. What is it? Oh my god. It is. It's All I Really Want.
Oh.
It's All I Really Want.
Okay.
I forgot the really. All I Really Want by Alanis Morissette.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's my turn. Okay. My top two. Oh my god. My top favorite artists are Billie Eilish, Conan Gray, and Olivia Rodrigo. And I would say my favorite song from Billie Eilish is Your Power. Yeah. Jigsaw by Conan Gray is just like, kind of like, I guess the word is anthem. Like a sad anthem for not thinking that you're enough for somebody. And I think I really love this song, just first of all for the melody and then for the message. It's just really good. And then my favorite song from Olivia Rodrigo is Teenage Dream. That song is basically about like when am I gonna grow up and not be as childish anymore and just like become an adult, and like when am I gonna become better at things, kind of like that. So I just really like that song for that.
Huh. Very not uplifting.
Yeah, I told you I like sad songs. Jesus.
Well, the best time is like sometimes, you know, like driving in your car and you just want to
Right?
put on a sad music. Coping mechanism.
So real.
Okay, now we're going to talk about how music has progressed and how the different decades either improved music, created connection, about it. So, different, I would say different decades from like the 80s to the 90s to the 70s to the 60s were definitely defined by their music. How it's definitely progressed from like the old 40s of like, I don't know, Frank Sinatra and Bing Crosby all the way to like Cardi B in the 2000s. How it's just funny the different topics and the things people sang about. Like back then was very romantic-y, dancey, you know, and when a man loves a woman. And nowadays it's like, I don't need no man.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like today's music is interesting. I feel like it's not as creatively made, I guess. Like, I feel like people came together in a band in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and even the 2000s. And then after that, it just started being auto-tune, and like mediocre musicians got big. And I feel like everyone can make music now. When I feel like it should be, I think everyone should have a chance, but I think it should be people that are really talented, really creative in what they do. And I feel like that part of it has been lost as we've gone through like the decades.
I completely agree. It has lost like its soul, you know. Back then people were actually talented. They could sing, they could dance, they had that musical talent. But nowadays, like you said, it's auto-tune and it's just mediocre like musicians. It just doesn't have the same impact. Like back then they could sing, you know, they could sing. No auto-tune in front of a live audience, and then now it's kind of like, ooh yeah, you use auto-tune, you know. So it's definitely different.
I feel like the live concerts aren't as fun to go anymore because they suck at singing. So, like, it's just kind of like, this is not exactly how it was when I listened to it on the album, and it's just not as fun anymore.
They have to hide it with all their, like, smoke and fire and
yeah, they have
distractions.
You know what I noticed? I went to Imagine Dragons concert and then Macklemore was the opening, and he had so much, like, entertainment that wasn't him. It was, like, there was, like, fire, and there was, like, smoke, like you just said. There was literally fireworks. There was these, like, blinky lights that you had on your wrist that would, like, light up to the beat and, like, stuff across the stadium. And it was just like, what cool. about the singer? Like, is the singer not enough to entertain you?
I think it's cool. However, I have had this argument with my parents that I feel like I don't want to be paying for, like, fancy lights. Like, right? I want to go see the people that I love and not pay $300 to see some special effects. Yeah. Which is not exactly about music and today, but I feel like, I mean, concert tickets today, they're insane and impossible to get. And that's why, those stupid little things like that.
You're there for the artist, not for the backdrop.
Yeah. Like the new Sphere in Vegas with U2. That freaking ball of lights. Every ticket is $400 or plus, or up. Oh. And it's like,
I want to see U2.
I do too, but I'm never going to be able to.
No, go broke.
Okay, yeah, that's the solution. But I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I totally agree. Although, when I did go to that concert, I feel like you feel the music differently. Because it's like, it's sung in front of you and not on your earphones.
Yeah, I feel like concerts are always better.
It's more emotional, I think. Yeah. Even if it's like, especially if it's like a song that it's like sad. It's like, you feel it more. I feel like if it's like in person.
Yeah, you're there with millions of other people all sharing the same passion of that artist, you know? And then I guarantee every one of those people have a different interpretation and connection with the artist and what they mean to them, you know? Yeah. Very individual.
Yeah, and with the sad song thing, when I went to my Foo Fighters concert, when he dedicated Aurora to Taylor Hawkins, like, I will never listen to that song the same again. Like, I will hear it the way that I heard him sing it live. And I don't know why everyone didn't do it, but, like, we had a good handful of us, you know, the whole time with the flashlights and just all, like taking it in. And it was a great moment, and I feel like, that could have never happened in my earbuds.
Exactly.
No.
So. When you listen to it in your earbuds, you think about the concert, not the other way around.
Yeah. So.
Lexi Thurman, we brought you on for our podcast because you are a musician. You play bass guitar? You play guitar.
I play guitar.
Oh, she plays guitar. So, how did you get into music?
Music as a whole or playing music?
Both.
Okay. Well, I think music as a whole, during quarantine,
my bad.
During quarantine, I think I started randomly because of TikTok, got into the Smiths. And then the Smiths led me to the Pixies, and the Pixies to, like, The Cure, and then that got me into stuff. And then from there, my mom showed me U2, and that was a big obsession of mine for a while. I even got on a U2 podcast, like, hosted by someone from U2. Like,
oh, wow.
Like, not one of them band members, but someone associated with them, and it was on their website, stuff like that.
Favorite song by him?
Favorite song by U2... I've always loved Fast Cars. It's one that nobody will ever know. It's very small, but I love that song. And then from there, I think Foo Fighters opened up, and it just kept evolving from there. So it started with the Smiths. They got me into everything. And that was like when I was 14.
All started with a band.
Yep. And then in like January, for Christmas, my mom got me guitar strings for the guitar that I've had since I was like 8. And so I finally started. I just picked it up, and the first day I played for like 5 hours straight. And the first song, I didn't learn it, but I learned the chords to it and sang Times Like These from Foo Fighters, and that was my first ever song that I played on it. And then from there, I'm where I am now.
And you play at different venues?
I play at Witch Creek Winery right now.
That is all we have for today. Thank you, Lexi, for joining us.
Of course.
And Juliette for being a wonderful co-host, as always. So, this has been Leah Ertel
and Juliette Delicio
reporting for The Sage.
Yay.